with their season on the line, maybe their dynasty on the line. Klay Thompson and Steph Curry came through big time in crunch time. Klay with a three, Warriors within three, then Steph Curry hits a three. Look at the reaction from Serge Ibaka on the bench, and then what turned out to be the game-winning shot, Klay Thompson. How about the presence of mind to fake, poise himself, gather himself, and hit the three there, and the Warriors go on to win to force a Game 6 back out of the West Coast. You see the crunch time numbers for Curry, 5 points in the fourth quarter. Klay Thompson with 6, and they scored all 9 of the Warriors' points in a 9-2 run to close the game. Well, as Rudy Tomjanovich once said about the Rockets, never underestimate the heart of a champion, and those two guys won it last night for the Warriors.
They were incredible. I mean, and that is just typical Splash Brothers right there. But it was also a great job by Steve Kerr out of the timeout. He called 2 specific quick hitters for his 2 guys, and he gave them the opportunity to knock down those shots, which, of course, will lead us to another debate as to why Nick Nurse called the timeout. But I digress. 2 incredible shots by them. Not surprised.
This is what these guys have done. I mean, they've earned that nickname of the Splash Brothers. I, for one, Klay Thompson, pump fake, sidestep, a thing of beauty. I mean, that was the one that I got more excited about than the one that Steph hit. But I think it's funny because my dad texted me, he's like, the Ali quote applies here. Sometimes the will to win is greater than the power to win, and that's what the Warriors displayed. I'm like, thanks, Dad, you've been in the Ali vault. But anyway, I do think that we saw, and Steph said it postgame, we don't have to explain who we are anymore. People know.
Right, and you mentioned, I mean, the Curry curl and catch right into his shooting hand. I mean, all of that, how perfect that was executed. Beautiful. Draymond, the perfect screen, all of that. It's all about execution, isn't it? Yep. A coach is only as good as the execution, and in crunch time, when it mattered, these guys knew exactly where to be and how to get it done. But watching Klay Thompson on that pump fake, it was like he was in a gym by himself just putting up a three. Everybody else is like, you're either rushing or you're nervous. The Raptors were nervous in those last 3 minutes because they realized how close they were to the moment. The Warriors have been in the moment already.
And they made
they play with so much more calm.
Toronto made the mistake defensively. The closeouts were terrible.
It was Kawhi on the closeout on Klay. Like,
he was late on the screen. Yeah, late on the screen.
They did not close out under control. It's like they let go of all their fundamentals there.
They asked Klay Thompson if he was nervous. He says, I wasn't nervous at all. I've done it 10,000 times.
You know, that's it.
Practice over and over and over.
10,000 hours.
Right.
That's what makes you an expert.
Malcolm Gladwell. There you go.
Right.
We talk about those plays right there. Steve Kerr changed the sets. Those were unique sets with the season on the line.
And that's what you need to do as a coach. You've got to have things in your back pocket that you're not showing everybody. I mean, you have to be able to call a play like that. Quick hitters at the end of the games like that. We've seen it at every level. I know as a former player, we had specific sets for the conference championships that no one in the league had seen until that time. We're running those sets. So he's smart. He's a good coach.
Steph was definitely a play. I'm not sure. I think Klay was a little bit of a breakdown.
Klay was a breakdown.
That was a breakdown.
But there were 2 or 3 options.
You had
out
options,
of the
right?
breakdown.
Yes, and you also had the wherewithal. Where's everybody? Knowing your personnel and where they are. But you also have to give credit. It's a great bench that Steve Kerr has there with Mike Brown with his defense, and also Ron Adams, who's been in the league for a long, long time and has seen everything. And they are able to adjust on the fly. That's why they've won all these championships, because it hasn't just been the talent, it's how you use the talent.
Ultimately, got to make the shots.
True.
Bucket. That's right. Bottom of the net.
Curry and Thompson, they're going to make the shots. For more great videos from the MSG 150, check out right there. And remember, our show is on Monday through Thursday, 8 to 10:30 p.m. on MSG Network and MSG Go.